Our next research grant is very special to us. It's in honor of Brittany McCarthy. With us tonight is Patricia McCarthy and Ashley McCarthy, and I'd like you to come up. Brittany unfortunately passed away last October from a brain aneurysm at the age of 21, and these two women have worked tirelessly every single day since that moment to raise awareness. It has truly blown us away. In days they started fundraising, and they've raised almost $45,000, held many events, and I kid you not, hitting the pavement, raising awareness. So we're really excited and honored to have them with us tonight and to be able to give this research grant out to Dr. Stacey Wolfe. So please come up.
We hope to save many lives with all the research. Just a little something I want to say. My daughter was going to be a physician assistant and wanted to save lives, so we're helping to continue her dream, to help others in her honor, and we're very proud to do this here. We're always going to be helping others in her honor with the B Foundation. We're very happy that we found you, and we just want to keep Brittany's memory alive forever. Thank you so much.
Well, I am so grateful. I'm so humbled to be here. We will absolutely be keeping Brittany's memory alive. She was dedicated to neuroscience, to helping other people, and that is something that every person in my lab knows her name, and we will keep going with that. Dr. Stark did a beautiful job giving you the overview of where we're headed in the future to stop aneurysms. Everybody in this room has been touched by aneurysms, whether it's battling them at 3 o'clock in the morning, whether it's our kids who are losing their parents so that we can go battle aneurysms at 3 o'clock in the morning, or whether it's somebody that has survived or somebody that hasn't. We all are closely connected to this. And I want to tell you that there is hope. We are absolutely standing at a crossroads right now, and what we do is going to make a tremendous difference. I'll tell you the story of how I got involved in aneurysm research. I'm a neurosurgeon. I've been a neurosurgeon now for 15 years. I have my picture up there so you know that I actually do surgery, because this doesn't do it. I recognize that. I do art with coils. I do art with clips. There is nothing more satisfying than being able to treat that aneurysm, getting that coil to lay exactly how you want it, and curing that aneurysm. It's amazing, but we have to do better. And I was told that by one of my patients. So in 2013, I treated her. She's an amazing woman, a social worker, and her life was forever changed by an aneurysm. For 21 days, she was in the hospital battling vasospasm. She did have, despite numerous 7 different attempts bringing her back and opening her vessels, she did have a stroke, but she was able to battle through that. She was able to come back. I know her very well because of this. For many years I've known her, and so probably about 4 years ago she told me, "Dr. Wolfe, I don't want you to take this the wrong way." She said, "I'm very grateful for everything that you've done, but it's not enough." She said, "Have you heard of the B Foundation? Have you gone for a grant yet?" And I have to tell you, I hadn't heard of the B Foundation, and I definitely hadn't gone for a grant yet. In fact, I wasn't doing any research on aneurysms at all at that time. I was battling them, and I thought, well, this is enough. But you know, in working with my patients, and for every survivor that's in the audience, you know it doesn't end when you leave the hospital. You keep battling. It changes things. It changes things for your family. For everyone that didn't make it out of the hospital, it changes things. And so she's right. It's not enough for me to go and treat that aneurysm and make it perfect. It's good. I'm going to keep doing it, but it's not enough. And so we started looking, you know, what can we do? Where do we start? I shared with somebody here, I had to study for 6 months to learn the language of genomics, because it's a whole different language that I certainly didn't know. You know, but it's worth it. And like I said, there is incredible hope here with what we're looking at. I promised that I wouldn't go into the science of what I'm doing, but anyone that's interested, I do love to talk about it. You know, we are looking at we're looking at a receptor that came to us because we started looking for ways to prevent, for ways to better treat. It was actually, this is a receptor that was given the Nobel Prize in medicine in 2021. And so I had just started reading and seeing, like, what can we do? There's got to be more. And so we started making these connections, and then we started testing, you know, in the tissues of our patients that gave us permission to start looking at this and looking at these questions. And then we started building a team, because one person isn't going to do it. It's not going to be me. It's not going to just be Bobby. It's not going to be Dr. Burkhart, but together we can treat this. We can figure this out. It is absolutely going to be in our lifetime. It's not even down 10, 20 years down the road. This is much sooner. And it's amazing to look and see that we're not just looking at kind of, okay, how can we treat all aneurysms? But this is going to be individualized. We know that there are significant differences between men and women, between different ethnicities, and we have to target that. We have to look at those questions, because every person needs that help. And we are dedicated to actually doing that. And so, as Dr. Stark said, how do the dollars make a difference? When I'm in the OR battling those aneurysms, these dollars are going to be paying for the assays to run these tests, the medium to be able to store this tissue, the DNA testing that we need, the people that are going to keep that going while we're in the OR and while we're battling and taking care of patients in every moment at time. So these dollars are critical. We know that it's underfunded, but we're still battling that. This very patient that told me, Dr. Wolfe, it's not enough. She is in Washington every year. I think they know her by name. And we have to do that. And this is what the B Foundation does. We're raising that awareness. We're keeping the money coming in so that we can keep this quest going, that we can build these teams. And I think, you know, the most exciting thing to me, honestly, was when I received this award. Erin emailed me, and it wasn't, hey, great, we're going to give you money. It was, hey, can we make some suggestions and even make this science better? And that's what we did, right? And so I just want to encourage everyone in this room that you are part of this team, and that together we are going to see this go forward, and we're going to make a difference in 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years, because it's not good enough to say sometime. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Wolfe, and thank you, Dr. Stark. Those were wonderful discussions, and I hope gave some of you all a little flavor of what it means when we award a research grant.